This is a Rvhs concert band with Ensemble. We've had a very successful year. We talked about our entire school year. We won 4 of the 6 field trials we went to this year. We won every single parade except for one. Our streak against OB is still strong. Like, we have not lost OB yet. We're the only sports team on campus that's not lost OB. Okay, come on. Oh. All right, hey Scott.
Where's mommy?
It's okay. It's okay, Scott. Go. I love you. All right, and then we marched a little parade that we talked about. It was great. 6 miles. We almost all made it down the street. A couple of us, like right at the end, but it was hot. But they did great for 6 miles. And we're really excited about that. It was, for our seniors. I can't wish for a better senior year for them. So it was great. It was an honor, and hopefully we'll get another chance. And then we talked about winter season. Our color guard got a gold medal this year. Awesome for them. They worked so hard, and it's crazy. That team is they get a gold medal, and then next thing you know, I was thinking I'll give them a week off just to chillax and do things. And then 3 days in, they started spinning rifles again, spinning flags again. And then the next week ago, they asked their guard instructor, "Can we start rehearsals again?" So they started the rehearsals to get themselves ready for the fall season. Our drumline, a fantastic young group, and they got bumped up into the open class division. They did a great job this year. And we only have a couple seniors. Our drumline is moving forward in the fall. With our drumline, I think we'll have 1 senior next year. Is that only 1? Is it just you, Adam? Yeah. So there's only 1 senior in the drumline next year. We have a bunch of freshmen coming up. We're looking at marching 6 snares and 4 tenors and 6 basses and a full drumline. The group went from 25 to 42, so we're excited about that. With the Wind Ensemble in front of us, they had a great semester also. They went to 2 festivals and scored a superior poll. Spectacular performance this year. We don't want to talk about the sight reading because they can't read books either. So,
no.
I see the English one. Right, so. I teach music, not English, so there's that. Okay, so, but they did a great job. As we're moving forward, I just want to talk about some stuff before we move forward. If you didn't know, tomorrow is our banquet. Yes, if your kid told you you're not invited, yes, you are invited to come to the banquet. All right, parents and friends are invited to the banquet. It is here starts at 6 o'clock, and food is being served at 6:30 or at 7. You get a flyer on the front. Also, if you look at your program, kids, if you look at the program, you should see your name in the program. It has your full legal name in it. All right, so if you look at your program, your kid's name should be there. Also, you'll see that there's band camp dates in there. All right. So if you have a returning member, band camp dates are around the corner. Please make sure our students are there. We have an amazing season coming up. We're traveling out to Utah to perform at the St. George Dance American Regional in November 8th. So that should be a great trip for us, and I'm really excited about it. Okay, without further ado, the first piece we're playing is called Nostalgia. It's written by a great composer named Rosan Duante. He is still living. He is a film composer in LA. Plays in the LA Pride Band, he's a trumpet player. And this piece is about, and I told the kids, this piece is about, we have kids graduating, but I asked them, do you remember what your first grade classroom looked like? You remember what the smell of that room is?
Crayons.
Right? Crayons and boogers, right?
Ew.
First grade? Right? And the smell, what is the smell of an elementary room? It smells great?
Feet.
Feet smells like feet. Feet in second grade, so that's sure. Okay? But I want to remind them how they used to love school. So
Used to.
Well, it's fine. But otherwise, this is called Nostalgia.
Thank you. I didn't have to say it.
playing is called October by Eric Whitacre. Eric Whitacre is one of the preeminent choral composers in the world today. We went to school with two other great composers, John Mackey and some orchestra guy. They all went to school at the Juilliard, and then he was the choir guy, and there's a band guy, the choir person. So he took some of his choir pieces and put them into band work. This is the inspiration for our fall 25. So this song is October, and as Eric Whitacre is not very religious, we all have a moment in our life when we know God exists, and this piece is when God exists. For him, it's the month of October when the seasons change. Our fall show is called Lux, if you didn't know, and it's about the golden hour of a day. When the day is about to end and the night's about to start, or in the morning when the night ends and the day starts, and you first see the light in your face, that's when you know there's somebody out there. And so this piece is called October. Let's go.
All right.
most of y'all know it as a graduation song, but they know it because I told them about it. And it's actually an English song written for the coronation of King Edward, I think it was VII. So Edward Elgar got an honorary diploma from Yale, and he brought the piece over to Yale, and they played it at that graduation when he got his honorary diploma. And ever since then, he's played it at every graduation. Otherwise, the song actually has lyrics. Really, it has lyrics. Because the song is actually titled Land of Hope and Glory for England. Oh, nice, huh? And ready? That soft section? This song is a party song in England. Yeah. So when you watch English people listen to pop music dance, they're like popping fireworks and screaming and yelling, you know? It's kind of like graduation over at Orchestra, like the air horn. All right, so this is pop music dance. This is our senior slideshow. Yeah.
Do we get a copy of the slideshow later?
No.
You're so
Yes,
evil.
yes. You asked me a question, I can give you an answer. Well, that was fun. Let's start with that.
How about you can't stay next?
Thank you.